Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Juneau may have turned away the petition for limiting cruise ships, but that doesn't mean they're not making changes. In fact, they're making some big changes. They're going to start charging cruise ships double the port fee starting next year. Princess Cruises has two ships in the news this week. We have the Enchanted Princess, which was denied going into a Caribbean cruise port. They said, nope, get out of here. I'll tell you why. We also have the Majestic Princess that has just let us know, after canceling a bunch of cruises in 2026, 2027, where they're going. And they're going to Antarctica with a Royal class ship, one of my favorite ships in the Princess fleet. Pretty excited about that. And then guess what? You might be totally shocked by this, totally surprised, but Royal Caribbean has oversold a ship again. So while they didn't put the petition to limit cruise ships, didn't get enough signatures in Juneau, Alaska to get on the cruise port, like on the ballot, to limit the cruise ships and maybe even shorten the season as well, they did do something that is going to cause some extra heartache and some more money from us, the cruisers to Alaska, starting next year. The city-owned docks, which are the ones that own, basically do the large cruise ships, are doubling their port fees next year. They say to be in line with the private sector in that area. And how much are they raising? Do you think they're going to raise? They say this should raise millions of dollars extra each year for the city council's funds for there. So yeah, not an insignificant change at all. Next, let's talk about the Enchanted Princess. Well, for 2 weeks in a row now, the Enchanted Princess has had some gastronomical illness on board, basically norovirus of some sort. And Turks and Caicos said, no, you're not coming into port. About an hour before they were supposed to dock and land, they said, no, you have too many cases on board. You're not allowed to come here. So they ended up having another sea day. Well, and we're still not sure how many people have come down with norovirus or any kind of gastronomical illness on board. So if you are on the Enchanted Princess in the next few weeks, keep that in mind as your itinerary may be adjusted, as well as they've had some issues on board with people coming down sick and spending a lot more time in the cabin bathroom than they had planned. Next, let's talk about the Majestic Princess. She had canceled a few of her cruises in the Caribbean, and now we know that she's going to Antarctica. That's right, some longer versions of cruises, anywhere from 15 to 33 days. Not all of them are going to Antarctica, but some of them are leaving from Fort Lauderdale and going all the way up to, the end of Cape Horn. But a couple of them are doing like 4-day sailings in Antarctica, including Glacier Alley, where you will see tons of wildlife. You will see, elephant islands there. You will see icebergs floating all over the place. Huge area for whale sighting as well. So yeah, pretty excited about that one. I'm going to be looking into that and see what's happening with my schedule when those become available to book on the Majestic Princess. Not to mention, as I mentioned, it's a Royal class ship, so a larger ship. And if you're going to take a ship into Cape Horn, you probably want to be on one of the larger ships because the rough seas can get pretty bad if you get caught in one of those storms. It is the most unpredictable area in this side of the world. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're thinking on doing this trip. And finally, you might be surprised. I know I was shocked. I was shocked to find out that Royal Caribbean had once again oversold a cruise ship. This time it's a 4-day sailing on the Navigator of the Seas. And yeah, they're asking people if they want to move, and they're willing to pay people basically to move. They offered another sailing a little bit later on the Navigator of the Seas, another 4-day sailing, where you can move the sailing over and you will still get a full refund for the sailing. Or you can, cancel your booking and get 100% future cruise credit for another sailing with Royal Caribbean. These are great offers. I will say that. They are terrific, terrific offers. The problem that I have is, are they becoming like the airlines now? When you go to an airline and they've oversold the plane and they start announcing, we're looking for somebody to fly out tomorrow morning instead of tonight, and we'll give you $100. And then before you know it, it's up to $600 and then to $900. Because they've oversold the planes. You don't get that too often in Canada. There's stricter rules here on our airlines. And usually it's because somebody came in, missed a flight, and they are offering this because this is a special type of trip, first class, or it might be a super elite passenger. And so the Air Canada will sometimes offer people offers like that. But very rarely is it because they've oversold the plane. But it does happen in the United States an awful lot on many, many airlines. It's not uncommon to hear that. I hear it almost every time I'm sitting in an airport waiting for my flights, that somebody is offering somebody somewhere an extra, discount to fly out at a different time. And now it seems like, how many times now have we reported that Royal Caribbean has oversold a ship? Usually it's an Oasis class ship, but this time it's the Navigator. And yeah, but I do appreciate that they are giving really, really good offers. I mean, your whole money, you can cancel, get all your money back, move it to a later date if you're more, flexible, and still get 100%, of your money back. Really, you don't hear those kind of offers very, very often. I mean, look at the story I just did with the cruise line that canceled a 35-day voyage and moved it to another ship, and there's not even a hint of onboard credits being offered. And no hint that if you're allowed to cancel and get your money back, you are, because they changed the sail date and changed the ship. So you can get the money back, but they're not telling people you can get your money back. So yeah, don't like the fact that Royal Caribbean has started, overselling their ships a lot. But I do appreciate that they are basically giving some of the best offers ever to passengers who are willing to move. And if you're, if you're sailing and you live close by and you can head out at a drop of a hat on a 4-day weekend, why would you not take this offer? You would just get a free cruise and your money back. And you get enough of these offers, you can take a longer sailing. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're starting to become a little bit of the airline system where they'll just overbook and then worry about it later? Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.